What is up, guys? JayFerGaming here, and welcome to round 3 of my F1XL Season 7 highlights. This is the British Grand Prix, and if you hadn't noticed, last week there wasn't any highlights. It was supposed to be the Monaco Grand Prix. I wasn't actually supposed to be racing because I didn't have the internet as I was moving house, but the race actually got kind of abandoned and will be rerun at the end of the season due to a mass disconnection. So this is effectively round 3. And yeah, I'm back, but my wheel has decided to play up. So I'm on the pad, and recently I did a pad challenge video. And if you didn't know, I haven't driven on a pad for a very long time. I've been on the wheel for about 5-6 years, so this could be pretty horrific. And these are the qualifying results. I actually qualified 9th, only 1.7 off the lead. So that's actually not too bad for me. I do have a new teammate in Warder. Warder and Splazer Rays have been promoted from League 2. And we've got a decent sized grid, which is good to see. 12 drivers. So it's looking good for the rest of the season. And yeah, I'm just hoping to finish and get some points. I'm not expecting much. And yeah, 9th place. Decent session. Hopefully we can keep out of trouble and just not take anyone out. That's my main concern for this. But the lights are lighting up. 4, 5, and the British Grand Prix is away. I must say that I do have assists on because I'm that bad. And yeah, you can tell Swain has assists off there. But we go wide at turn 1. We're keeping it on the track, making sure to keep out of everyone else's way and just slot in anywhere really. There's contact ahead. There was contact, someone went into jelly, I think it was Vidal, he got a nudge, but I'm side by side with my teammate. Don't want any incidents here with my new teammate, but we're up to 5th, what a start that's been. So yeah, I do have ABS and traction control fully on, and I have automatic gears. I just had to do it because I've had no practice on the pad. I never go on the pad, so it just had to be done. I'm just trying to get some points here, and I have ordered a new wheel, so hopefully that's here for next week. But yeah, we're on the back of Dark Pred and Warder, but there's some areas of this track which is going to be a struggle. Here, for example, that's actually not too bad. And Maggots and Beckett's, which I think is so difficult on the pad, but I actually connect perfectly here, so that's a decent effort. But I've got to do that 26 times as Pred tries to get past Warder as quick as possible. Yeah, on to lap 2 here. The two ahead are still battling. It's a pretty awesome battle. But Warder does go wide here, and he was leading League 2, so you'd expect him to have some pace for League 1. He goes on to the gravel, and I am up into 4th place. In the lead, it's the typical 2 at the front. Oh no, it's not. It's Sigma and someone else. Is it Vidal? No, I think Vidal got taken out at the start actually, so I don't know who that is. But we're closing in on Dark Pred. DRS up the inside. Can we get this move done? I'm not confident in terms of wheel-to-wheel racing on this pad, so I do get an illegal overtake, so I've got to let Pred back through. But I do have better pace than him. I'm actually surprised how easy it is to drive on the pad, and with all assists, well, it's not really all assists, but most of the assists on, it's so easy to play this game. Anyone can just pick it up. So, just need to get past Pred. He is lagging a little bit, which is making it a bit annoying. But side by side into Maggots and Beckett's. No, this is not. I had to back out there because there was no doubt I was going to take Pred out. So, we just can't have that. Behind me, Water's gone off. He's just had contact with someone, and I think they're both into the wall. We're closing in on Pred again. We're going to go for a move up the inside. Can we get the move done? We've gone wide. We've ghosted into Pred. That is so lucky, because me and Pred would have connected there if I didn't ghost. So yeah, thanks Codemasters for such a great game. So we're coming into the pits for the first stop. These tyres are getting worn out pretty quickly. Onto the primes. Our Swin's held us up. Feynman's passed as well. That's so annoying. We've lost a couple, one position there, but yeah, we lost a bit of time as well. Just behind Vidal, who's not having the greatest of races so far. But as many of the other cars are in the pits, we should make our way back up the field, see where we end up. That's Pred again, so we're up to 6th. I'm pretty sure someone won't have pitted. So we're in a solid position for some decent points. I mean, the podium could be an outside shot. Me and Pred were battling for 3rd before, but he's just come out the pit, so his tyres aren't up to temperature, so I'm going to go up the inside. He is on the prime tyres as well, and I've got the move done up into 5th place. And can we keep him behind? That is the key question here. Looks like we can. and that is Jelly just ahead, so I'm not sure what strategy he's on, but Pred did gain confidence on his tyres, came back at me with DRS. He's on my outside at the moment. We saw what happened with us side by side here last time. I totally went into him, so I had no confidence. I wanted to keep it clean, and Pred got past the very cautious Williams here. But we do have some decent pace, which is good to see. But hopefully I won't have to drive on the pad ever again, because I really can't do it. Skipping to lap 13 now. I think most cars have done 2 stops now because they've gone option. And Sigma's left. Is he disconnected? He was leading. That is huge news. He has won the first 2 races of the season and now he is disconnected. That means we're going to have a new winner this season, which in a way is good to see in terms of the title challenge. But yeah, at this point I was thinking it's going to be a 2 stop for me. I'm going to go option prime. I'm going to have to stretch these out. The tyre wear is surprisingly high for the British Grand Prix. But yeah, we're doing pretty well. I think most of the cars will be 3 stopping, so we could have an advantage here. And we got ourselves up into second as Frozen pitted. Swin just retired because he was having a shocking race, he mentioned. But yeah, Speed, who is returning to this season, to the league, is on my inside at this moment. And talk about caution. I think I just totally squeezed brake and just pretty much stopped. I'm just such an easy person to overtake on the pad. But now we've done 10 laps on them primes. We're going to go for an 11 lap stint on these primes. So it's a little bit risky, but I think obviously with traction control on, it should be a lot easier to make it to the end. As Fireman gets past me up into 8th, or down to 8th even. But we've got no more stops to make. So it should be interesting to see where we end up. We're closing in on Jelly, who must be on worn tyres as he goes wide. And we're going to get DRS on the hanger straight. We should get the move done pretty easily here, as we are on fresher tyres. And we're now up into 6th. And there's a couple of cars in the pits. We've got a shot at the podium here, I reckon. So let's see how we do. My teammates in the pits as well, coming through the club chicane. And on to lap 20. So let's see how close everyone else is to me. I'm well past my teammate Warder. Someone else is in the pits. Someone's coming out the pits. This is Pred. It's Pred again. So we're going to have to try and get ahead for him. We go for lunge up the inside, but he's turned in. He's clipped. Oh, we've spun it. We've spun it. Warder does that. Black flag. 1 incident and you get disqualified. Multiple penalties. I must admit I did corner cut like 20-30 times in this race, but that was because I was shocking on the pad. So here is kind of the result. There was a mass disconnection 3 laps for the end of the race, so that's kind of the order. It is adjusted a little bit, and you'll see my standings in a second. But Dark Pred takes his first victory in the lead. Vidal finished 2nd. Speed returns to 3rd place. But I'm so disappointed. I could have been on the podium there, and if I was on the wheel, I think I could have won that race. So that's really annoying. That put me down to 5th in the standings, but Malaysia next up, so I'm up for recovering. I think on my new wheel, which should arrive before the next race, I think I'm going to be very competitive. There's the constructors. My new teammate did get 4 points on his debut, so well done to him. I hope you did enjoy that video. If you did, please leave a like. If you haven't subscribed already, please do. And look out for the Malaysian Grand Prix highlights next week, and I'll catch you then. Goodbye.